Is this on? Working? Okay. Well, thank you for having me. It's truly an honor to be here. Steve gave me a small bio. I'd like to talk to you more about myself. This is BYU, and it's a unique experience for me. First time I've ever spoken in front of a crowd. I started with prayer. So it's kind of like church a little bit. So I can share more about family, where I came from, history, and things like that. So my story, I'm from South Jordan, Utah. Anybody here from Salt Lake City, South Jordan? Good place. My parents met at BYU. So here's a question for you guys. My dad, or my mom had like a 4.0, so she got in just fine. My dad had a 2.7. How does a guy with a 2.7 get into BYU? Because I was looking at the website, and the average GPA was something like 3.8. So how does a guy that's 2.7 GPA get into BYU? No. Revelation? No. What? Money? No. It's got to be a non-Mormon. He was a non-Mormon from Colorado, 19 years old, applies for BYU, 2.7, gets accepted immediately. They promptly put him with 3 return missionaries in Healing Hall, and 3 months later, guess what? He's baptized. They serve the purpose of the church and also BYU, preaching the gospel of God. So they get married. They get engaged in like December, and then in March they get married. 6 months later, my older brother is born. And that math doesn't work out, right? Found out later on that my brother was 9 months apart too. So. Entrepreneurship was kind of new to my dad at the point at that time. Is this being recorded, by the way? Don't broadcast on the CES. So, found out when I was 20 years old. The math didn't work out. Anyways, they did great. 4 kids. Stayed at BYU. Moved to Salt Lake City. My dad's a graphic designer. Did a great job. Very successful at that. Here I am, 38 now, 39 now actually, and yeah, all because of BYU letting this 2.7 GPA student from Colorado. And so I'm second generation Mormon. My dad was first. My mom had no excuse. Yeah, technology, edit that part out. It was kind of interesting. I found out when I was like 22. Like, I never did the math, but like, it doesn't work out, Mom and Dad. They're like, yeah, we didn't tell you because you're growing up. Anyways, all turned out okay. Let's see. I was a pretty average kid, grew up in Bingham High School. Nothing extraordinary. I did not have a 3.8 GPA. I did not even try to attend BYU. I did, however, go to football games for my entire adolescence, so I'm a possibility kind of in Utah. I live next to a famous basketball player, and I don't think he even knows I'm a Canadian fan. But I am, so it truly is an honor to be here because I never would have been able to be here without something like that. At least from a GPA standpoint or an academic standpoint. Graduated from Utah State 2004. When it was 2003, I started Camp Sabre. Who started Camp Sabre? Anybody? A couple people you purchased from us before? Yeah. Goodbye. Say goodbye. Oh, okay. Quality? And where are you from? Australia. They camp in Australia. Okay, cool. The rest of you guys, no excuse because you're in Utah with amazing access to the outdoors. So we sell camping equipment. I only got as far as tenderfoot in scouting. So I was not this amazing outdoorsman. When I was in school, I was looking for any opportunity I could to advance my graphic design career. It didn't matter if it paid me or not. I just knew, I didn't care what I did. I knew that if I got experience and progressed this one thing, it was going to help me out later on. I got hired by a company called Family Life Research Foundation. They were a biotechnology company that was creating protein arrays for medical use, trying to identify diseases and things like that, and they needed somebody to come in and do some design for them. So I started doing some design for them, and they when they started their foundation, they bought like, let's say $100,000 worth of lab equipment for the military. Centrifuges, Bunsen burners, ovens, all kinds of stuff. And that had nothing to do because this company was progressing extremely slowly. They said, hey, we've got this equipment in this warehouse, $100,000 worth. Will you sell it for us? Or try and sell it for us? I'm sure I'll try and sell it to you guys. So I started looking at this, this is 2003, the web was pretty raw at that time. There was online shopping, but it wasn't like it was today. So I started taking this lab equipment and started putting it online for them. I built a website, all on my own accord. I did research, started doing Google advertising for it, and this stuff started to sell. Within a couple of months, we were selling $10,000 a month for this used lab equipment. All this stuff that I had no idea what it was, people were calling and buying it. That was kind of my first foray into an online commerce. Figured it out myself, was doing them a favor, started selling lab equipment. From there, I quit that job not too long after because it just wasn't going anywhere, and we had other plans also. And I got a job with a guy that was doing digital marketing up in Utah, a one-man shop. And he was selling websites to people. I started building websites for him. Anything I could do to just advance my skill set in design, and it was definitely gravitating towards e-commerce. So I started building websites for him, and while I was there, I met one of his friends. His name was Ben, and Ben had a roommate, and Ben was a programmer. He was doing some of the development work for us. Ben had a roommate, his name was Dave. And Dave had this website called Camp Circle. And Camp Circle, all he did was go to the website, and he teamed up with a company from Logan that's called Pixin, and they had a bunch of products that they were drop shipping. I've never heard of drop shipping before. And what drop shipping is when you don't inventory any product. All you do is you say you have the product in stock. Someone buys it from you, you send it to the fulfillment drop shipper, and then he ships it for you as they purchase from you. So the guy had this website going, that's really cool. Hey Dave, what would it take for you to basically take your website and reskin it for me? Because I'm a designer, I can skin it. Reskin it for me, and so I can have my website. I said, hey, I'll do it. So Dave got to work on the website. I designed it, he reskinned it, and about 6 months later, campsaver.com was now born. And I had a total of $15 invested into it. I had no inventory, but I was selling a couple thousand products from a company called Living Mountain in Salt Lake City. My wife, my kids, there's 4 of them. My 4th. We thought 3 was great. He was such a sweet boy that we thought, let's have 1 more. Because it kind of traps you. And he ended up being like a tornado. This is like every day. It sounded good, but it really wasn't that great. It's awesome. He's just, whew. And then we decided 1 more. That's the anyways. So the first website, Camp Saver, 2003. Extremely colorful. My design skills were still evolving at that point. I didn't know what I was doing. I was 23 years old. I just was learning by trial and error most of the time. So I went through and did it, and we were successful. First year of business, from June to December, I did about $60,000 in sales. Just me, my apartment, filling orders, or just living out filling orders for me. And it was going well, and I was finishing my degree. We found out though after the OR show, which was the outdoor retail show in Salt Lake City, that we started really expanding my business and started finding inventory. So I went there and started talking to people and said, hey, I want to buy your products. It's a retail store. No, not a retail store, I've got an apartment. So I come back and talk to them at the retail store. Except for a couple of companies that were extremely helpful. One of them was called Big Agnes. One was called Montbell. 2 very young companies that were in for business, and they said, yeah, we'll actually drop it for you. We had Liberty Mountain, and Big Agnes had Montbell. Second year business, same website, we had about $600,000 in sales. I'm just sitting in my apartment. And I learned these skills of online commerce through my kind of internship, more or less, to spend the research knowledge, just on their own course. And that's how Camp Saver got started. From there, I had to have a store, so I opened the store. I had to move into the warehouse. how to start hiring employees, and kind of just figured it out a bit. First 3 or 4 years was kind of the beginnings. I think this was kind of what I consider the teens of the building, kind of the adolescence. The design got better, not great. I got some of the color, contrast. And this is when some of the systems and the technology started coming online for us. The very first iteration of our website was this custom thing that Dave did, and it was manual everything. If I received 10 items in stock, I'd go into the literal database, open this view, do a search for this view, and up the quantity by 10. If there was 7, now we had 17. And I would do that manually. Okay. Not sustainable, so we started building these things out. Also, picking in our warehouse. We put this package or something and let's say carbon reflex free tank. And there was no location. You better remember where that tent was and go find it, because if you can't remember where it's at, you're not going to find it. That's kind of how it started out. But it was inexpensive, right? It didn't cost you to do that. But we started figuring out as growth continued that this was necessarily possible. So your teams are kind of figuring out who you are and what you need. You're kind of growing and building those tools that you're going to need when you go older. I think about 3 or 4 years ago, I kind of reached maturity. Not only from a business standpoint, from a campsite standpoint, but me personally, kind of had like a broad view of like what I was doing, where I belong. At that point, we separated from the Peloton. When I started the business, there were probably 20 or 30 relevant e-commerce outdoor specialty retailers. And there was even more, like probably 30 or 40 more, that were kind of irrelevant, just selling people discount. About 3 or 4 years ago, we kind of separated from that Peloton. There was REI, there was Backcountry, and there was Moose Jaw, and then there's everybody else, and we separated into now there's Camp Sale. We were top 5 at that point. Things got cleaner, descriptions got better, technology got better. We started doing things online that even companies like Backcountry and REI weren't doing that well. And it helped us kind of, I guess, become relevant at that point. People always ask me, how is Camp Saver different than everybody else? To be honest with you guys, we're not any different than anybody else. And that's okay sometimes. I got into a business when I was 23 years old, didn't know any better, buying other people's products, and the recipe for success has kind of been like speed, self-confidence, and simplicity, and out-executing the competition. If you're a top 5, you don't have to be better than anybody else. Nike, Under Armour, Adidas. As long as you're a bigger company, this is one business model, as long as you're a little bigger, you've got customers, you can do it all. That's kind of how we succeeded. I did do a lot of special things though. First to market, do some features that people weren't doing, but other than that, I'm still selling the same products that REI was. We're just doing it a little bit better than some big giant company. And then from here, Camp Saver was a pretty good company at that point. Probably had 50 employees, 100 products a day. We started doing things like HR, cleaning the office, stuff like that. And then I took on an equity partner, and after that, it's like a lot of good companies get built, but do they turn into great companies? And that's the rest of the story that hasn't been written yet. What will happen to Camp Saver in the next 5 years? Will it become great, or will it just be average? And that's how I'm answering that. Right now, Camp Saver, 100,000 products, 700 brands, 100 employees, and a top 5 online. So why was I successful? Like I said, I was pretty average. Both the family, my money, huge trust from the beginning. A few things that I learned along the way. When I became an expert. I don't know a lot of things, but I know a lot about e-commerce and network. If you have a question about it, I'll figure out. Tony Robbins, repetition is the master or the mother of skill. Examples. I've looked at so many products over the years. I've seen so many jackets, pants, I can look at products right now. I can tell you what they belong, they don't belong, what the problem is, they're going to sell. So repetition has created this domain authority. This jacket came from Blue U students. Don't you heard of this guy? These novices? Anybody? Anybody can hear something? Climate. What's their deal? What do they do at school? Or did they do that at school? Inflatable insulation, okay? So this guy at BYU has this idea that he's going to put argon gas. Argon gas is extremely dense and insulates really well. They put argon between windows to make the R value go up. He said, well, I'm going to put this argon gas in the jackets. Okay? Now, he had a lot of domain authority in argon gas technology. However, he's using that entire piece of outdoor specialty in jackets and stuff. Really smart kid. I could have told him, look, it's not going to work. Okay? I've seen this 100 times. The consumer has to grab gas and put it in the jacket. It's not going to work. No one's going to buy gas and you ship to them. Who has argon readily available? Not me. You have to add gas and remove gas to increase the temperature or reduce it. And then refillable gas. And the design itself was really bad. Like this color went up here. Yeah. Just like, hey, look, I like your idea. You're smart, nice. Lo and behold, it didn't work in the business. This went away. The founder's gone. What I'm trying to say is, he didn't have this experience or this domain authority in apparel. Never had it. Whereas if he would have been able to bring on somebody that had this domain authority and reputation of doing the same thing over and over in one industry, he could have owned that industry and known exactly what to do at that point. Or should he or should he not have done it? So an entrepreneur, sometimes the challenge with entrepreneurship is getting into new fields that they don't know about or they didn't have experience with and not being a domain authority, and it can be a challenge for sure. Number two, I enjoyed what I was doing. Every day I went to work, I liked it. If you find yourself doing something that you don't like, you should get out now. This is an entrepreneur. This is tough work. Change today, don't change later. But I love the outdoors, love going to work, love e-commerce. That's the reason I was successful. I was passionate about it. Number three, I focused on revenue growth and profitability. As long as we were growing and profitable, we were relevant. Okay, I didn't have money, I didn't have any investors, I'm not Amazon, I'm not Uber, $1 million, I couldn't do that. So that was my focus. There was people, those people went to the retail store to buy stuff. That made money. And as long as that piece of the pie was working, everything else is solvable. At least in e-commerce retail, everything else I can figure out. HR, accounting, warehouse, IT, warehouse space, I can buy more product. I focused on those. I'm terrible at HR, I'm terrible at accounting. I don't want to do customer service. I did IT for a while, wasn't very good at it. And the legal stuff, the lawyers can handle that. I took care of what was the most important. That was the domain authority I had. I figured that piece out. As long as that was going good, we were good. So I was the ringer, the product, the X factor, the entrepreneur, the guy that's doing it. He has to be the one. He's the one to blame. He's the one to give success to. He's the one that should make things go. I was close to the product. The product Camp Saver wasn't the gear. The product was the website. The product was selling product. That's what I was. I was that piece of the business. And regardless of how well or how efficient the shipping was, or accounting, or HR, that could be great. As soon as sales went down, that's the problem. Okay. So if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, you want to be an outside entrepreneur, you got to be inside. You got to be the X factor, the key person, the ringer, the person making things happen. I also made a decision on high quality. So I don't want to sell for mediocrity. I don't want to do things that I would be proud of. Made it a lot easier to work every day. And like I said before, speed, simplicity, and self-confidence. By the time I'd done my 10th website revision, there were people I was competing with in 2003 who were going through their first. They were retail guys trying to get online. I was an online guy trying to get retail. So we moved super fast. Because I was a designer, And the product guy can do whatever I want. I'd sit there late at night, 1 o'clock a.m., want to change something or design something, right then and there. No version history, no backup, no nothing. Change, go on the website, done. By doing that, we'd evolve extremely fast. The other guys, what would they do? They would call up a company, get a quote, get a bid. 6 months later, that cost would start going, $100,000 for technology. Not for us. I paid $6,000 for a fully automated warehouse automation solution. Didn't pay a dime cents. Still using it today, not costing me money. I was on the Magento platform, $10,000 license, open source, do whatever we want, $10,000 a year, running millions of dollars of inventory into revenue for that one $10,000 license. Just things like that. We just figured them out, did it ourselves, and it was extremely fast. Now, many entrepreneurs can make money, and I would tell you that again this time. But if you don't, figure it out for yourself. How can you guys be successful? Things that you're thinking about. Like I was successful, I was doing something I love. First and foremost, find something you love. When you go working on it, enjoy it. Focus on your strengths, not weaknesses. I was thinking about getting into supply chain management recently and start import stuff from China for camp saver. Bad idea. 39 years old, I'm really good at internet marketing, online commerce, and design. Don't need to go jump into supply chain. Just one more thing to do. I don't need to get into HR, I don't need to get into accounting. I'm going to focus on what I'm really good at and make it even better. I'm going to pay people to do supply chain for me, do accounting, and things like that. Along the way, along with camp saver, I've acquired a bunch of real estate. Every time we moved, every 3 years I had to change my warehouse. And on the second time, I bought the warehouse. And now I'm leasing out to somebody else, and we're in the current warehouse that I'm in, and a separate entity, and they're paying rent and stuff. And I told the accountant that we're paying for the owner starts leasing out. What am I doing? I shouldn't be doing accounting. Focus on my strengths, take people to what they're going to do, and you're actually be the Steve Jobs. So his biggest contribution to Apple was the products he helped design. Even when they were a billion-dollar company, he was still down there with the product, developing the product, because that's what Apple was, it was a product company. So what was I doing? When we were $20, $30 million, I was still working on the product of camp saver, which was the website, getting products to consumers, and that piece. I was still working on that, and I'm never going to give it up. I can have more impact as a CEO or a president over that piece of the company, which is our product, what we're giving people, than any other piece of business. Obtain knowledge early, but knowledge is the power of business life. Knowledge is great. I've got a lot of useless knowledge in my head though, and I wish I could get out of there. I want us to get to hone and own a skill. For me, graphic design, user interface, online marketing, not going to be. For you guys, as an entrepreneur, what's it going to be? You can build an app, be an expert in that field. Sell a product, you start a company, hone and own a skill. It's going to make a difference in that company. I was at 1 o'clock making changes because I had that skill. I didn't have that skill, so someone else was going to do it for me. Don't make mistakes. I cringe when I hear people say, I'm glad this happened to me because it made me stronger. We don't have to make big mistakes in our lives to grow. We don't have to fall down and skin our knees to run a race. Okay? People have already done that for us. Multiple times, multiple businesses in their lives, whatever happened to me. I made so many mistakes. I had my head hit by bricks 3 times in business. If I would have just obtained that knowledge 10 years ago, I would be so much farther ahead than I am today. So much farther ahead. And the knowledge is out there. I was just lazy, wasn't disciplined, played Xbox, binge watched that. So, you can make mistakes. Obviously, I'm not saying no one can make mistakes, but learn from others first. The other one would be make a not to-do list. Who has a to-do list? Anybody have a to-do list? Who restarts their to-do list every 3 weeks? I do. I start my to-do list over all the time. It gets too long, and then start over. So guess what I'm doing? Making a not to-do list. Okay? What's a not to-do list? Anybody have a not to-do list? What's a not to-do list? Big sense, like meaning sense? Oh, sins, yeah. This is BYU. Yeah. Don't keep the family together. Right. From a religious standpoint, yeah. You got the top 10 there. All of those stuff. From a business standpoint, from a growth standpoint, here's mine. My not to do list is don't work on business weaknesses. Like a rabbit hole. I have so many weaknesses, I'll never ever get to the bottom of it. Don't waste time reading news. I have an addiction to CNN and Drudge and Mac rumors and all these worthless information that actually at the end of the day gets me nowhere. And I consume that stuff like crazy. So my goal right now is don't consume that worthless information. If something's super important, I'm going to hear from it from somebody anyways. But I'm reading all this news and I love it, and I'm not getting anything actually of value out of it, except for, I guess, coffee. But I don't eat junk, so I'm trying to eat more healthy. I don't sleep in past 6 a.m. Just go for the door. I get more done in the hours of 6 and 8 than I do. But don't pick up the phone when I wake up in the morning. I used to wake up, look at emails, start the news, 30 minutes later, I roll out of bed. I don't do that anymore. No way. And don't spend time on social media. I'm pretty good at that. But think of 2 things where you spend most of your time right now. And try and try and determine if they're quality information, it's actionable, it's going to advance you as a person, husband, father, friend, or a worker. And if they don't, maybe probably leave your life and interject something else in there that's going to provide value to yourself. Like I said, I have 10, 15 years of just junk up here. In my mind is much clearer, more as well. I'm 38, so whose time you guys? Okay, I'll go for a few minutes. So when you think about an entrepreneur, I'm a very creative person because I went through the design school of today. It's a great program. It makes you think a lot. Design's about solving problems. And in some ways, entrepreneurship is about solving problems. If you have an idea, you can solve something. There's something you lack in your life. So I'm trying to figure out, well, what problem are we solving, and are we solving a problem? Well, I got some ideas up here about companies and products that solve problems. I see too many companies in my industry who come out with a product and not solving any problems. It's complicated. I had a visitor from Japan yesterday. He's importing a company called Ogawa, they make pens and manga, sleeping bags. And he's not really adding anything to the outward sleeping bags are more expensive. And his pens are more expensive than the design. Comes in his head and product. And I'm nice to him. So what can we do to help you out? And talk about it a little bit. But the real problem he has is there's a lot of sleeping bags, a lot of pens. He does not solve any such problem. He has no brand. No one knows about it. It's not price competitive. There's no technological advantage. They a lot of people. Opportunities. Challenges for the business here. So why should you get to life an idea? Either first to market, new idea, doesn't exist. These inflatable beach chairs, like a little camera. They took off like crazy. They were first. Well, they were third. They got sued, but first. Patented idea was first. An evolutionary enhancement on existing product. Stand-up paddleboard. This one's really cool. Who's stand-up paddleboard? Who does it? What's the worst part of stand-up paddling? On an inflatable board. The worst part is pumping up 15 minutes beforehand. Those things take a lot of pressure. So this guy comes up with an idea. That little background piece, it's a lithium-ion based pump. All he does is click it in, push the button, and it inflates it to 15 psi in about 5 minutes. He takes it out, goes to the next one. He's solving a major problem. I had a company party this last summer. I had to play like 5 big boards. It was the worst experience ever. It was like 90 degrees, I'm pumping boards. No one's going to have a suck in 5 years because it's something plate. Virtual reality goggles. So they reduce the price. So if you want to buy it, get virtual reality. New product in the existing category. When Camelback came out, did backpacks exist? Absolutely did. But did backpacks with ladders exist? They did not. So new product in the category. And new category in the existing market, GoPro. We had cameras for years. Cameras have always been around. Here comes GoPro with a new take on the category. Sports, action, take whatever you want. Billion-dollar company. Unique story, Duckworth, all made in the USA. Good reason to come out. Even the new technology, Event Fabric is a proprietary product with membrane with waterproof liquid. No one's doing it well, Apple iPhone. So they felt like doing better than everybody else. Or your design is just amazing and everyone loves it. Fashion Patagonia, special in the story, art action. Or you see an opportunity where there's a mistake by dominant player, you can come in and fill that in. You call the route industry. They can end up 2008, 9, not hardware, but extremely having some struggles. The guy comes in, rolls his truck up with his trunk up with jackets, starts driving around to dealers. The dealer's like, yeah, we're trouble with driving out hardware. They're on time, good. When he gets half over half his car, we'll try that. He literally built his business by one player exiting and they're doing well. This bottom one is the Yeti cooler. You know the Yeti coolers? How much is the Yeti cooler? How much? Yeah. Those are a Yeti. It's a cooler. It's a $500 cooler. There's a Coleman cooler for $50. We all do, right? Somehow, Yeti figured out to sell $500 coolers, and they sell them like crazy. And everybody wants one. Me personally, but they figured out that there's an opportunity there. They just went public this last year. So about, are we solving a problem? Here's a product that this product is a jacket, and it has all these zippers on it. This is a zipper. This is no one's product, right? I hear like people down in the product. We're trying to get the mindset of what we're thinking about this product. They're gonna zip things into this jacket. They're gonna zip a harness on for your airbag, your shovel, your probe, things like that. he has this idea of I can create this multi-use job. It's not going to work because first and foremost, the jacket industry is about fashion. It's about buying brands. Number two, talking about jackets, types of things. When I have my favorite backpack, Osprey, I don't want your backpack that integrates with the jacket. Osprey is an amazing backpack. And my probe, like, when I went out of town, we were having like zipper over my jacket. They just didn't think it through. So I see the war show, all this money into it. They didn't think and ask me, hey, what problem you solve? Am I solving a problem with you guys? Or do you guys buy it? I guarantee you that I did some research that how it's not going to be this product. Jetwood. Little backpacking store. It came out in 2003-ish. Backpacking store's been around for a long time. Jetwood though wasn't revolutionary. It was evolutionary. All they did is they took a regular burner, put a coiler on the bottom, the heat exchanger, Jetwood was now born. Sold like 60,000 for the first year. Not all products are yours, create something brand new. Most times it's just evolution. And that's really all I have. I would end with entrepreneurs are driven, constantly moving, constantly changing, constantly. And perspective. Step outside yourself. What you're doing, what you start, what you do well, work on changing them. And that's it for my